Hello students, welcome in one another lecture of subject Public Health Engineering. In last lecture, we had discussed the disinfection process. Disinfection is one of the process of purification of the water. That will be we had discussed in last lecture. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss next purification process of water, that is a chlorination. Now see what is a chlorination. The use of chlorine into the water for disinfection of water is chlorination. Now see, chlorination is one of the important purification process. In most water treatments, the chlorination is used. Now, what is the definition of chlorination? The application of chlorine to water for disinfection is termed as a chlorination. Chlorination means the application of the application of chlorine to water for disinfection of water is termed as a chlorination. For the disinfection of water, that is to remove the bacteria, microorganisms into the water, we use the chlorine, and that application of chlorine to water is called as a chlorination. Now see what is the application of chlorination or why chlorine is added to water. The application of chlorine is carried out in following three ways. Means application of chlorine to water is carried out in three ways. Means which ways we can apply the chlorine to the water, means by using which ways we can apply chlorine to the water. There is a three ways of apply chlorine to the water. First is by using chlorine gas, then by adding bleaching powder, then by using chloramines. These three is the application of chlorine. First is we can use chlorine gas for the disinfection of water. Then we can also add bleaching powder, is one of the form of chlorine to disinfect the water. Then by using chloramines. Chloramines means the combination of chlorine and amines. This also used for chlorination. Now next point is forms of chlorine. While doing the chlorination to water, there is a three types of chlorine is added into the water. This is known as the forms of chlorine. First form is free chlorine, second is a combined chlorine, and third is a total chlorine. These three are the forms of chlorine. Now we can discuss one by one these forms of chlorine. First is a free chlorine. Now see what is a free chlorine. The concentration of residual chlorine in water present as dissolved gas, hypochlorite ion and hydrochlorous acid is called as a free chlorine. Means when we add the chlorine into the water, the residual chlorine in water has in the two forms, that is a dissolved gas of chlorine, that is a hypochlorite ion, and hydrochlorous acid, and these two forms, that is a hypochlorite ions or hydrochlorous acid, is called as a free chlorine. Then after free chlorine, next is the combined chloride. Now see what is a combined chloride. The residual chlorine existing in water in chemical combination with ammonia or organic matters which is found in natural or polluted water is called as a combined chlorine. Now see, the meaning of combined chlorine is in that name, that is a combined means combination with other. The residual chlorine exists in water in chemical combination with ammonia or organic matters. Means the chlorine combined with ammonia or organic matters, this is known as a combined chlorine, and it is found in natural or polluted water. This term is known as a combined chlorine. Note that In chlorinated public water supply, the ammonia is sometimes added so as to provide inorganic chloramines, and hence the process of adding ammonia in chlorinated water supply is known as a chloramination. Means in combined chlorine, when we use ammonia and this water is provided to the public water supply, or in the case of public water supply we can use the ammonia with the chlorine into the water supply or into the water, and this process of adding ammonia with chlorine is known as a chloramination. Then third form is a total chlorine. Now see what is a total chlorine. The sum of free chlorine or combined chlorine is called as a total chlorine. Means the chlorine which can be present in water in the form of free chlorine or in the form of combined chlorine, and this sum is known as the total chlorine. When chloramines are present in a municipal waste supply, total chlorine will be higher than the free chlorine. Means when chloramines or the chlorine plus amines are present or added in the municipal waste water, then the total chlorine is higher than the free chlorine. Then the total chlorine is essentially equal to free chlorine, while chlorinating most potable water supplies due to very low concentration of ammonia and or organic nitrogen compound required for the combined chlorine. Means when we can add the chlorine to the water in the potable water supply, means the water which can be used for drinking purpose, in that potable water supply the total chlorine is essentially equal to the free chlorine, while chlorinating means in water which can be used in drinking purpose, in that water the total chlorine is equal to the free chlorine. Hope you all get this meaning of total chlorine. Hope you all get these three forms of chlorine. First is a free chlorine, then second is a combined chlorine, and third is the total chlorine. Now the next point is limits of residual chlorine. What are the limits of residual chlorine, or what are the limits when chlorine is added into the water for disinfection? First limit is chlorine combined 0.03 mg per liter. Means for 1 liter of water we have to combine chlorine into the water, or we have to add the chlorine into the water is 0.03 mg. Then mg means milligram. Then chlorine free, that is a free chlorine which can be added into the water for purification of water is in quantity 0.02 mg per liter. That is it is a one or few 2 drops of chlorine is added into the 1 liter of water. When chlorine in the form of free chlorine, then it will be added with 0.02 mg per liter. Then when chlorine in the form of total chlorine, then it will be added into the 0.03 mg per liter. Remember these three values. That is when chlorine is added into the water, this chlorine in the form of the combined chlorine, then it will be added 0.03 mg per liter. Then the chlorine added in the form of free chlorine, then it will be added 0.02 mg per liter of water. Then the chlorine added in the form of total chlorine, then it will be 0.03 mg per liter. Hope you all get the limits of residual chlorine. Means the chlorine which can be added into the water or in the potable water. Hope you all get this point. Now we are going to revise again this concept, that is a chlorination. It is a Sorry, it is a little hard to understand. Now see. Now see, what is a chlorination? Chlorination means the addition of chlorine into the water. What is the definition of chlorination? The application of chlorine to water for disinfection is termed as a chlorination. Now what is the application of chlorination? The application of chlorine to water is carried out in the three ways. First is by using chlorine gas, means while we can add the chlorine to the water, we can add it into the three ways. First is by using chlorine gas, then by adding bleaching powder, then by using chloramines. Now we had discussed the forms of chlorine. There is a three main forms of chlorine. As we discussed, first is a free chlorine, second is a combined chlorine, third is a total chlorine. Now see, what is a free chlorine? We had discussed the free chlorine, the concentration of residual chlorine in water present as a dissolved gas, hypochlorite ion and hydrochlorous acid is known as or is called as a free chlorine. That is a chlorine in form of dissolved gas or in form of hypochlorite ion or in the form of hydrochlorous acid is present into the water, and these three forms of chlorine is known as a free chlorine. Then after free chlorine, second form is a combined chloride. Now see, what is a combined chloride? The residual chlorine existing in water in chemical combination with ammonia or organic matter which can be found in natural or polluted water is called as a combined chlorine. The chlorine which can be combined or combination with ammonia or organic matters is known as a combined chlorine, and this chlorine is found or added into the natural or polluted water. Now note that in chlorinated public water supplies, the ammonia is sometimes added so to provide the inorganic chloramines, and the process is known as a chloramination. Now after combined chlorine, third is the total chlorine. Now see, what is the total chlorine? Total chlorine means the sum of free chlorine plus combined chlorine. That is the when free chlorine plus combined chlorine is present into the water or added into the water is known as the total chlorine. When chloramines are present in the municipal waste supply, total chlorine will be higher than the free chlorine. Means when in municipal waste supply or in municipal wastewater, the total chlorine is higher than the free chlorine. Means the addition of free chlorine plus combined chlorine is higher than the only free chlorine. Hope you all get these three forms of chlorines. First is a free chlorine, then second is combined chlorine, and third is a total chlorine. What is the free chlorine? Free chlorine is the three parts of chlorine, that is a dissolved gases, hypochlorite ion and hydrochlorous acid. These three compounds are present in water, then it is known as a free chlorine. Then combined chlorine means the chlorine with the combination with ammonia or organic matter is known as a combined chlorine, and total chlorine means the sum of free chlorine and combined chlorine. Hope you all get these three concepts of forms of chlorine. Remember this. Then we had discussed the limits of residual chlorine. What are the limits of residual chlorine? When chlorine combined or combined chlorine present in water, then it can be 0.03 mg per liter of water. Then when we can added free chlorine to the water, it will be 0.02 mg per liter of water. Then we can add total chlorine into the water, then it will be 0.03 mg per liter of water. Hope you all get this chlorine chlorination process and forms of chlorine. In last lecture, we had discussed the process of disinfection of water and the forms or the process which can be used for disinfection of water. Then in today's lecture, we had discussed the chlorination and the forms of chlorines. Now in next lecture, we are going to discuss the forms of chlorination. These are the forms of chlorine, and in next lecture, we are going to discuss the forms of chlorination. Hope you all get this concept. Thank you.